Hey everyone, welcome to Tech Life Therapy, and today we're having a look at the Brydge Keyboard. All right, so this is the keyboard that I've been waiting for my iPad Pro 12.9 inch. So stay tuned, have a look and see if this is what you are looking for in order for you to complete your iPad Pro setup so you can have that full laptop experience. All right, so stay tuned and we'll have a quick look at the Brydge Keyboard, the second version for the iPad Pro 12.9 inch. All right, so today we're looking at the Brydge Keyboard, and the keyboard is obviously in front of you. So I decided to get this because I really do use my iPad Pro at work more so than anything else, and I wanted a keyboard to complement this. So a couple of years ago when I had the first generation iPad Pro, I tried a couple of different keyboards, and really Brydge is what kept me engaged the most, and is the keyboard that I really like using the most. I tried a couple of different products and it just weren't for me. So with the Brydge Keyboard, what really got me was the fact that you can do multiple angles, right? It's really unlimited as to what angle you can get with your iPad Pro, and that's really what sold me from the get-go, because some of the other keyboards I was using, I was very limited as to the angle. So if I was sitting on a couch or if I was flying, it was really hard to get the iPad, sturdy on my lap for me to get any work done. And I really like the ability to have an Apple Pencil, especially when I'm at work, because I do a lot of work on PDF files. So I'm able to take notes on PDF, and having an iPad Pro is way more advantageous than actually having a laptop. So with that said, when the new iPad Pro was announced, I decided to purchase one. And when Brydge announced a new keyboard, I was very excited and I waited a long time. So today I'm just going to give you a quick look at my first impressions as to why you should pick one up, okay? So if you're out there looking, this is really the best keyboard that you can pair with your iPad. One thing that I will say that it's not as intuitive as as Apple's intuitive or native keyboard is that you have to connect via Bluetooth. So if you look here quickly at one of the keys here on your right hand side, all right, so there is a Bluetooth syncing button that you have to sync to connect with your keyboard, and I have to say it took me about 10 minutes to get it connected. I don't know if it was me or if it was a keyboard, but it did take me a while to connect, versus if you purchase an Apple keyboard, it's a lot simpler to get it connected, versus if you buy some of these other devices. So let's just have a look at the device. So first thing, what's really different from this version is now it comes with a Brydge case, okay? So if you're looking at it from behind, you have that Y as the Brydge logo, which is really nice, okay? And what's really cool is that I didn't expect is how thin the case is, and I'll show you why. But as far as the keyboard goes, I feel like I'm holding a laptop. It's pretty sturdy. It does not add a whole lot of weight to my iPad, which is really nice. And the keys feel very sturdy, very firm when I'm typing. I have to say that I actually prefer typing on this a lot more than my actual MacBook Pro and any of the keyboards that I have at work, and I use a lot of Windows PCs at work. So as far as the key goes, you're gonna get your standard keys when it comes to this keyboard. All right, so you have plenty of standardized keys that you're obviously going to need. You have your keyboard disconnect button, your ability to light up the keyboard or dim it. Okay, you can dim the screen, you can lock the screen, you can go to the home button here on the far left, your caps lock, your Siri button as well, your power button for the keyboard. And so it's a very versatile keyboard. And my last Brydge keyboard that I've owned, I only had to charge it twice in the year plus that I owned it. So hopefully this is the same. And it's got a beautiful finish. It's metal, it's very sturdy. On the bottom you've got your rubberized feet that will keep your keyboard from sliding on your table. But the build quality of this is pretty amazing. It almost feels like an Apple product because of the finish. Okay, and just something that I now remember from my old keyboard, let's see if this keyboard will give me some trouble, but there's a couple of screws here at the bottom, Okay, and my old keyboard with Brydge, this key, some of these screws became loose, and Brydge didn't really do much about it. I had to really just kind of like be on my own, but let's hope that this build quality is different. Brydge took a while to release this product, saying that they wanted to perfect it for the user. So, well, now, for those of you that are interested, let me take my Apple Pencil off. How does it look off of the keyboard? All right, so here we have the iPad off of the keyboard, all right? And then the actual cool thing about this case is that the case is magnetic. So once you decide to take this off, all right, there you have the iPad. So it's pretty simple. There's no clamps, there's no tricks. You really just drop it onto your iPad and it magnetically connects to your iPad, which is pretty cool. So, and then putting it back on, it's pretty simple. I do have to say that when you're putting it back onto your keyboard, you do need to make sure that you're on the very sturdy, hard surface. Doing it on the go, it's not that simple. And you have to make sure that it's aligned. So what's really interesting about this case and unique is that the case really fits with the hinges that you're, putting when you're pushing it through into the keyboard. So if this is not aligned properly, you're gonna start ruining your case really quick. But it does give you a very minimalist look. I mean, the iPad remains very, very thin. One thing for me, I'm used to opening the iPad Pro with a keyboard from the screen as I'm pushing it up. As you can see, I emphasize on grabbing on this portion of the iPad a lot. However, when I do have my Apple Pencil, so keep in mind, you're gonna have to get used to, touching and holding the keyboard and then on the corners, but then you push the volume button. So that's an adjustment for me. And as you can see, it's not that simple. I just dropped it. So I don't like the fact that, opening it up with the pencil in place, is a bit of a problem, but I do keep my pencil there. So opening it up is not as simple as the old version, just because your pencil goes now, on the top portion of your iPad versus before, you connect it here. But I do prefer this option because carrying an Apple Pencil charging like this is not really, functional. So the keyboard, again, it's beautiful. You do have a backlit keyboard if you decide to do that. Right now, because of the lighting, you can't see it, but it's beautiful when it's backlit, and it looks pretty awesome when it's in place. When you close it, that leather casing that you have in the back really gives it a really luxurious and a nice look to it. I guarantee you that anybody who sees you working with one of these is going to wonder what you're using, what kind of laptop you're using. They're not going to realize you're using a Mac product, but so far so good. I mean, the response as far as your typing for me has been really great. I really enjoy this keyboard. It's gorgeous. It's very sturdy, and the build quality is amazing. So if you decide to pick one up, you have to go to the Brydge website to pick it up. It's very hard to find these anywhere else. And right now I do have a screen protector on the iPad. I actually have a paper-like on there, and it's not an issue at all putting it into the keyboard. So hopefully this video helped you, and if you're looking to get one, pick one up on the Brydge website. I was really looking forward to it, and I'm not disappointed at all with the look and the feel and really like the weight that it's given my iPad. It's not bad at all. All right, so I can't wait to start using it. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. But hopefully, if you're looking to pick one up, this video helped you. So stay tuned. I'll post more videos, and I look forward to seeing you again. Hit that like button and subscribe if this video helpful to you. It helps my channel grow. So thank you again, and have a great day.